Hello, my name is Nell, and I have things to say. Same face, same makeup, same clothes again, because I'm filming my third video in one day. Why not really get into it? Today I'm going to be talking about whether or not it's okay to laugh at disability. Let's dive into this. So, these are just my personal thoughts. There are some disabled people who would not want any kind of laughter or poking fun at their disability ever. There are some that will be very happy to go along with jokes. This is just my personal view from my experiences and how I feel. On the weekend, I was at church and there was a kerfuffle with me trying to get outside, as in the previous video. And my father made a joke about my wheelchair and my disability. And it's a joke that I would have laughed at if we were at home. But because we weren't at home, I felt embarrassed. Here's where I look at humour and disability. I don't think being disabled is funny. It's not funny. It's kind of horrible a lot of the time. It's not funny. There's nothing objectively funny about it. The laughter at disability doesn't come because disability is funny. It comes as a coping mechanism. My family and I laugh at my disability because the pain of the situation is so great that we need something to just set it off a little, just to take the edge off. But if we're with people who don't live with this, I don't appreciate jokes about my disability unless I'm the one to make them. I'm happy to make jokes about my disability because I know how hard it is, and if people want to laugh at the jokes that I tell, that's fine. Because I make a lot of jokes. I do make fun of my disability quite a lot, but I don't like it coming from other people first when I know that they aren't doing it out of coping. If I tell a joke about my disability, it's because it is so painful that I have to laugh or cry. If somebody else who doesn't experience anything to do with disability laughs at disability, I start to wonder if they think that disability is funny. That's kind of where I sit. And so in my own home, in my family, we'll say things like, I don't know, I'll ask somebody to get something and somebody says, "Oh, what, you're so lazy, you're just sitting on your bum, you can't get it yourself." You know, stuff like that. It's fine because in my family, we know how hard it is. We live with this every day. So it is that coping mechanism taking the edge off. If I was out and somebody who, whether or not I know them, who doesn't experience this, made that same joke towards me, I wouldn't be okay with that because then they're poking fun at my disability. They're not doing it out of coping. They're poking fun at it. And that's not okay by me. And again, this is just my own personal feeling. This is just how things affect me. I make jokes about my disability. If I make a joke about my disability, you can laugh because I've made it. I'm the one who've made it. And you can laugh at my funniness. But you're not laughing at my disability. If you make a joke about it and it comes from you first, then I wonder if you're making a joke because you think it's funny. The intentions aren't there because the experience isn't there. I don't know, it's complicated. Because I like to laugh at things. I have a very dry, sarcastic sense of humor, and I do like to poke fun at things, and sometimes I think I just joke about things to put other people off balance because I feel like I'm off balance all the time, so I, put everyone on an equal playing field. But it's also that this life makes me cry sometimes. And so I just tell jokes out of spite. Just to give my disability the finger and say, well, I'm going to make fun of you. But I do it because I live this. I don't like the jokes coming from people who don't live it. Because then I wonder what exactly do they think is funny. I guess it's similar to other things where I'll make fun of like my weight or my mental health or my history of sexual assault. Those things, I'll crack jokes about them because I'm living them and I need to take the edge off so that I can cope. But if somebody else who hadn't experienced those things makes fun of them, then I've got to say, are you doing that because you think it's funny? Are you doing that to help me cope? In which case I didn't ask for that, and that's not really helpful, so please stop. Or are you just doing it because you actually think it's funny? I think that's what we've got to think about. When you're making jokes about sensitive topics, where is your intention? Are you wanting to take the edge off something painful, or are you wanting to poke fun? Because there's a big difference. Alright, that was my little spiel. I like jokes, but not when they're harsh and not when they're at my expense about really difficult things in my life. Alright, that's all. Bless.